Hey everybody, good morning. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. I'm Brendan Abbin with my co-host to my right, Khalid Lewis, my co-host to my left, Rashad Pennell.
What's good? Rashad's in the building. You already know.
Oh, come on.
No man, just
All right,
well, we hope
young lid,
we hope we
aka
hope y'all
Mr.
have had
1201.
a great day. We hope we're happy you guys are starting off with us early in the morning, and we thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get right to it. The first topic we're going to talk about is ODU losing to NC State 38-14. It was
But they got blown back.
yeah, it's they got pretty much dominated. The run game was utterly neutralized.
Oh yes.
It was pretty bad. They had -3 rushing yards. I'm not sure the last time I seen a game where a team rushed for a negative rushing yards, like
They
total
held
negative rushing
they
yards.
held Ray Lowry to 15 carries and 11 yards. So
Yeah, you see, like that's just, and that was the focal point of what was supposed to get ODU going.
hmm
Um, you know, so it's pretty disappointing that they couldn't establish the run game. They couldn't, but everybody knew NC State was going to come out and just stack the box because Lee Lowry has been the leading rusher in the nation, and they knew that coming in, and they knew,
they knew
hey,
exactly who to target.
if we come in and we can just hope we can stop him, then the rest of the offense is going to fall on Schuler Bentley, who didn't have a bad game. He had a pretty good game. Schuler he had 11 completions out of 23 attempts. He threw for two touchdowns and no interceptions. So he had a
That's
pretty
actually
good
pretty
game.
good. Yeah.
But it's just the fact that the defense couldn't really hold NC State, and
That
it
running game is they always get broken down in that running game. Like they
like
can't stop that rush.
last week I was saying how they need to stop Matthew Days, and he ends up just torching through the defense. He had 20 rushing attempts for 108 yards, and that's
But
5.4 yards a carry.
the offense ran for 256 yards.
Yeah,
And
that's
oh,
that's how you control a game. If you can run the ball, the time of possession, the difference in time of possession was, oh, NC State had 40 minutes and 12 seconds of possession. ODU had 19 minutes and 48 seconds of time of possession.
mm,
That's dumbfounding. NC State had 435 total yardage. NC State had, and then ODU had 148. So NC State pretty much doubled what ODU had in total yardage. Like, okay, Rashad, you go ahead and let me know what you
you
think
said how
of
many yards
the
they had?
who.
That's triple,
NC
bro.
State
It's like triple.
NC State had 435.
and ODU.
Had 150, bro. That's triple.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that's more than some double.
Yeah, that's
That's sad.
Rashad. Go ahead, and let me know what you think about how bad.
See, NC State, that's a team that, basically has ODU's number, Everybody, like people coming in, like walking around campus, I'm hearing like, oh, we ain't gonna get beat that bad. I'm like, what? Like y'all gotta talk about we winning, yo. Not now we're gonna get beat bad. But I mean, we need to get like how it was last year. NC State always has the number for us. So I mean,
Even with Taylor
yeah, even with
Heineke
Taylor
out.
Heineke, they
That's
they gave us the work. But
mm,
it's I would say this team right here needs to take this game as a learning experience.
mhm.
Because I mean, you gonna fight. Actually, you can play teams a lot better than NC State.
Yeah.
So you got to know how to adjust. And like, if you can't get the run game working on Ray Lowry, you need to get more passing attack. I mean, with him having 23 attempts, that's basically like the same he has every game, kind of. So like,
Ray had this game. He had 11 attempts.
yeah, no, I'm talking about Schuler Bentley
Oh,
throwing
he
the ball
did.
23
He
times.
did get a
Like
touchdown.
that's basically the same as what he do when Ray Lowry runs at 30 times.
Mhm.
That shows you need to get more control of the game. You need to keep defense off the field. You need to keep the offense on the field. Get first downs, complete drives,
Yeah.
finish, get points. Always got to get points.
But that
And
defense got to
and
step it up too.
basically,
Like they get ran all over 256 yards. Not to mention they let 4 touchdowns go from 4 different people.
yeah, it's just see the defense needs to step up. Defense need to improve, and offense needs to stay on the field longer. Start making more drive. If Ray Lowry can't get it going, you need to find another way to get him the
True,
ball,
get
get other
some
people the
lead on
ball. And
too.
that's why he had the 70-yard reception for a touchdown,
Mhm.
which in my opinion should have still been considered a run because it looked like it was behind the line of scrimmage when he caught it. But you know, you gotta make sure that you have a backup game plan if something's not working. You can't continue to try to make it work if it's not working. Like he got nowhere. Like he probably went from top of the nation rushing probably to mid table off of that one game just because of how dominant NC State front was.
And how he's the
15
only
yards.
offensive
It's
presence
you
for
know what I'm
ODU.
saying?
Yeah.
So they should take it as a learning experience and understand that every game you can't just solely depend on Ray Lowry. Even though we all said he needs to get going to win, you can't solely depend on him
Yeah.
to get you to win.
All right. So Khaled, what is your take on it? Like, what did you take away from the game, and seeing how ODU performed? Like, how do you think, what did NC State do to stop ODU? What did ODU not do to, be able to combat NC State's running attack and their, air game?
Basically, NC State contained the running, like our running game. Like basically shut down Ray Lowry. Can you hear me? Shut down Ray Lowry and left Shula Bentley to be the number one, like the main scorer for
Mm.
the offense. Which that shouldn't be the case. You should be able to balance it between the rush and the passing. So the fact that Shula Bentley only had what 3 games of experience
Mm-hmm.
and not not playing against a team like NC State. This is his first time playing against a team like NC State, and the defense being on point like that. It's just not fair to just let him hold all that burden onto the offense.
Yeah.
Even though they were shutting down Ray Lowry, they still need to find more weapons for Shula Bentley.
Yeah.
And then that defense, I keep on saying that defense needs to step up. Like you can't be letting so many rushing yards go, and y'all got to stop that ground game as well as be there for that passing.
Okay. So do you think it's more of ODU not doing what they needed to do to win, or NC State just having ODU's number and just, being like, you're not going to run the ball on us, and then them also saying we're not going to give you big yardage in the passing game either. So do you think
I
it's
want
more
to
so
say
ODU or more so NC State? Do you think ODU more so beat themselves, or is more of NC State just, dominating ODU's football team?
I want to say it goes both ways because ODU definitely need to step up. They need to find some more offensive presence.
Mm-hmm.
And shouts out to the NC State for being able to shut down Ray Lowry
Mm-hmm.
and just completely tearing like stopping our offense like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, always like I keep on saying, the defense definitely need to step up. So ODU kind of beat themselves as well. Not to mention NC State playing at the level they are.
Okay. What do you think, Rashad?
See, I'm thinking about how you said basically they stop him. I mean, he ran the ball half as many times as he's ran the past 2 games. So yeah, they stopped him, but at the same time, it's kind of like he kind of had like the AP effect that game. Like every carry, AP ain't gonna get big yards, but if you keep running him, eventually you're gonna have that one break,
Yeah.
which is kind of what Ray Lowry do. He has a lot of break runs. All of his plays don't work. All of his plays aren't big gains. Every carry isn't 3 yards, 4 yards a carry. But I don't know. I mean, NC State, NC State's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And they're number one in the ACC Atlantic, so
Mhm.
they're a good team.
They're a
They're a
power
real good
team.
team.
You know what I mean? So I would say because ODU did. I don't think ODU necessarily beat themselves in this game. I think NC State honestly just
Yeah,
ODU
they just
didn't ODU
dominated.
didn't have turnover. Shula Bentley didn't throw
Yeah,
any picks.
that's
It's just,
You know, it's just-
NC State
You know,
controlling the game.
yeah. And unless you talk about lack of effort, which I don't think ODU had, but it's one of those things that you just like, man. If you're not turning the ball, if you're not like turn the ball around, let's guys. I mean, some of the receivers were just dropping catches on ODU's like from the ODU receiving court. It was bad. Like sometimes I'm just like, yo, y'all gotta help this man Schuler out.
Exactly.
Like they're open. Like there's sometimes that there's so many guys in the box waiting for Ray Lowry to get the ball, and then Schuler is like, okay, and that leaves single coverage outside. So these guys are put in positions that if you get the ball and you make a guy miss, you're gonna get a big yardage after the catch. But then these guys are dropping the balls, and it's just like you're just killing yourself. That's a main aspect from where I've seen ODU beat themselves. But other than that, I'm just like, I mean, NC State kind of just had them like locked down because they just like, hey, we're gonna make either your offensive line is gonna somehow break through us, and y'all gonna be able to run the ball, or you're just gonna have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And they tried to throw the ball, and it just didn't work. And they didn't have any turnovers, which is normally what you look at the minute you're like, oh, somebody beat themselves, or another team had such dominant time of possession. Normally it's a team had like so many turnovers, but it wasn't even that. So it's just like
they controlled the game.
yeah, they just controlled them and just dominated ODU for a second year in a row. But going on, staying in college football, Alabama just was upset, this past Saturday by Ole Miss losing 43-37. Some people actually did see it coming. Like people predicted it. Some people really were like, Alabama and Ole Miss is a good matchup. So some people actually,
Somebody actually made a bet that if Alabama won, I mean, not if Alabama lost, that he had to get a tattoo of Ole Miss.
Oh really?
But yeah.
Yeah. See, that's. I wouldn't make that bet. But
I wouldn't have made the bet either.
But see, Alabama had 5 turnovers, and anytime you're gonna have like they dominated time possession 35 minutes and 26 seconds to 24 minutes and 34 seconds. That's anytime you had that, and they had 503 total yards to Ole Miss's 433 total yardage, and they had more first downs, they had more total plays, everything. They dominated the whole game, but they have 5 turnovers, and it's just like we said with ODU and NC State. Anytime you turn over the ball so consistently, it's just like, how can you expect to win these games?
Yeah.
We'll start off with you, Khalid. Like, what do you think of Alabama's loss? Where it hurts them in the college football rankings. Them changing out quarterbacks in mid game. What do you think about it?
I want to give a shout out to Ole Miss. They played well. That one pass to Quincy, I don't know how to say your last name.
Quincy, I don't know how to say your last name.
When the ball bounced off the helmet, and then one of the whatchamacallit, one of the receivers, and he caught it.
Yeah.
I want to give shouts out to that man. He actually stepped up as a wide receiver and did what he was supposed to do and got the ball.
He was in the right place at the right time.
Yes, he was. He was.
Yeah.
And that kind of like pushed them to really put the momentum in their hands and gave them really the win.
Yeah.
And Alabama, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all can't be switching quarterbacks mid-game and expect to keep the same level of elite play that you want to have.
But if the second quarterback comes in and if the first quarterback has the offense and running the offense and they're flat, and he brings in the second quarterback and they get some liveliness to them, what do you think is the problem with that? Like, what's wrong with if the offense is already flat from the start and they're with the starting quarterback, and all of a sudden they change out quarterbacks in mid game because they're like, okay, this isn't working. The offense is flat. It's just not going our way.
As long as you do that and keep it consistent and not get turnovers, then that's fine. You can't be switching quarterbacks, or even like first when the starting quarterback is in, y'all can't have so many turnovers. That's where
he only threw 1 pick.
No, I'm just talking about altogether.
He was playing bad. I'm just saying. You said turnover. I'm just saying he only had 1 pick. That Jay Coker had 2 picks when he came in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't have so many.
I know. You said the starting quarterback can't have so many. I'm just saying the other quarterback came in and had more interceptions than him.
You're not gonna just put him back in. I mean, because that's kind of like the Ohio State effect. Like Cardell Jones started off the game off playing awful, and JT Barrett comes in. He's not playing any better, but I mean, he actually gets points on the board now, but he's still playing just as bad as Cardell Jones is. But you're not gonna go, oh, we benched you, we're gonna put you back in the game now. Like for a player's mindset, like especially a college player, for you to get benched mid-game and then for the coach to be like, oh, we was wrong for putting him in, put you in, your mind frame probably won't be there, right? And especially if you have a coach like Urban Meyer and Nick Saban, who, when they take you out for a reason. Like you're not performing. Like they're not just like, oh, I'm confused on what I want to do. No, they know what they're the Bill Belichick's of the college football. Like they know what they're doing. Like if you come out the game, you don't expect to play the rest of that game. They make statements, but like he threw 1 pick, but he wasn't like controlling. He wasn't Nick Saban material for that game. He wasn't giving them the progression they needed up the field. He wasn't getting the points they wanted. And Ole Miss was just Chad Kelly was doing what he wanted with them. Honestly, Chad Kelly had a great game. He gets up to play them. When he sees that that Roll Tide come through, he's ready. He's ready.
Yeah, you said they get up to play Alabama, but do you think? So what do you think is more of? Do you think Alabama lost the game themselves, or do you think Ole Miss actually beat Alabama? You said they get up, they're like, oh, Alabama's coming to town.
I think Ole Miss beat them.
Really?
Me watching the game to see how hype and how much of a team, how ready they were for them, like for them actually creating turnovers and stuff. They were ready to play them. They won that game. I don't think I'm not going to.
Alabama have 5 turnovers.
The defense got to cause those turnovers.
They do.
Because think about their interception. Their interception is not what's the name. They're not fumbles. Fumbles, fumbles is a turnover that can be like, like it happens. Like a helmet hits the ball out of nowhere. You won't expect it. But interception, that's on the quarterback.
It is on the quarterback.
That's on the quarterback.
But so where can you say it's just bad quarterback play between where does it get to a point where you're just like, is this bad quarterback play, or is actually the defense making plays? Wait, Khalid, I want to hear you. Retoot your yeah.
Retoot.
Yeah.
That a word? What was the question again?
Actually,
bring it back.
Is it bad? Is it more so bad quarterback play, or just good defense?
Definitely bad quarterback play. Definitely with throwing interceptions. Like you need to know exactly where your wide receiver is going to be, and if you like over predict or under predict, and you throw it, and the person get the interception, that's really on that quarterback.
But so what about Andrew Luck? And what I'm saying, he throw interceptions. So you're gonna discredit? You can't discredit a defense because they get interceptions. You can't say it's the quarterback's fault because the Jets,
the QB fault, but the defense. The defense plays a part into it because they definitely they adjust the offense so that they don't get the opportunity they have.
What, you throw interceptions?
No, I'm talking about
what do you
throw
mean?
the pass, like to have a completed pass. Like for the QB to have a completed pass. That's definitely props onto the defense.
But that's like part of like coverages, like basically like disguising a coverage. Like you don't see what the quarterback doesn't see what the defense has intended to come for that play. So creating turnovers, I feel like unless it's just like a I'm looking straight at you like this, and I'm lobbing it. That's a bad quarterback play. Like you see some of those plays still, but if a team is making like turnovers, now crazy ones like if it bounces in the air and someone dive on it, that's I'm not gonna say that's bad quarterback play. It's not good defense. That's just like an unfortunate event for the offense. But I can't discredit Ole Miss defense because they make turnovers and say like it's Alabama's quarterback's the reason they do interception. Yes, they made the play to attempt interception, but at the same time, the defense made the plays. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Brendan?
It's equal on both sides of the thing too.
I think it was Ole Miss's defense coming in. They were swarming Alabama on the line. They were swarming them, and I think they just made the quarterbacks uncomfortable. Like the whole time, both quarterbacks just didn't seem comfortable in the pocket, and Jake Coker is just out there. He's just like he's not really a mobile quarterback, and he just looks so uncomfortable out there. Like he's doing spin moves and stuff like he's in the NBA. Like this man he was just confused in the pocket. Yeah, like look like Braxton Miller out there, and he just spin moving trying to dodge what's called defensive linemen, linebackers the whole night, and then it just seemed like apart from the running game, Alabama was just struggling. Like they were just on that struggle bus. I think I agree with Rashad that when your defense is stepping up and they can get in front of your receivers, they beat your receivers to the ball, to the point of attack and everything like that. And I think it's more of a credit to the and then when your defensive line is rushing the quarterback, it makes the quarterback get the ball out faster than he wants to. So a lot of his throws are predetermined or prejudged. So he's not judging them while he's throwing them. He's just like, okay, I'm trying to get it out quick. So he might just throw a ball, and the defensive back has already beat the wide receiver to the spot. So then it's like, oh, that's a pick. It's an easy interception. So I do think it's more so defense than just bad quarterback play because I feel like it's just like anybody. It's like in the NFL, if people play the Saints and you have hella turnovers, the Saints are a terrible defensive team. So I would attribute that more to bad quarterback play, especially if you see how them turnovers are created. I would attribute that more to bad quarterback play than the actual defense, locking somebody down. Yesterday, Andrew Luck, against the Jets,
Jets.
he had those 5 turnovers. The Jets forced as a team. Andrew Luck just didn't know what to do. He was rushing the pocket the whole time. He just felt uncomfortable. He
The
was
Jets
throwing.
actually have great defense too.
Yeah, and the Jets have a great defense, so you give more credit to the defense than you do to the actual what's it called? Than the bad play of the quarterback. Like, I mean, you sometimes you have to actually put the onus on the team itself because you say, hey, if throwing the ball isn't working, you should just start running the ball. I mean, Alabama, granted, they did start throwing a lot once they got down because the score is a lot the game. The
37 to
score indicates
43.
yeah, the
They
game
actually, yeah,
was
yeah.
actually Alabama was actually down by like 3 scores at one
Mhm.
point, three or
Oh
two
yeah, they're
touchdowns.
almost the whole game.
Yeah,
20 points.
and
Yeah.
then they made the comeback. They made an amazing comeback. And Ole Miss fans were just like they were so anxious because it was like, yo, not again. Like, not don't let this happen. Like, they're just like, don't leave it to our team to just blow this.
But that 66-yard touchdown put them over the what you call it? Got them the lead
Yeah,
that Ole Miss needed.
yeah. It gave them that cushion to be able to feel comfortable. So I mean, yeah, I definitely think that what Alabama could have done better was right out from the jump. Once you see the offense is flat, I mean, I say you go normally at least two or three series if you see your offense is flat, especially in college when it's just easier just for you to take a quarterback out than it is in the professionals. Like the professional in the NFL, if if Jay Cutler's playing bad and the Bears are just in there like we're paying him this much and this much, we can't just
Yeah, you
yank
can't
him
just
out.
put him on.
You see
Yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Cutler playing bad. Like normal.
Relax,
It's- well, it's different in college when these guys. I mean, sometimes they're a top recruit and all that, yeah. But when you're not getting paid so much money to do what you do, then it's just like, oh well.
But see, you also have to look like what's working. I mean, I can't say it's bad quarterback play because he threw the ball 45 times.
Mhm.
So like when you're down the whole game, you're forced to change your offense and throw the ball more because
Mhm.
Henry was
They're
going
not gonna
ham
do
on
that.
them.
Yeah.
But you can't continue to run him the ball because of how much time you needed to catch up in the game.
Yeah.
So if Alabama didn't get down so early in the game by so much, it would have been a completely different game.
Mm.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah,
been a
I feel
completely
so.
different game.
So going on from college football, we're gonna move on to the NFL, and a team that some people are saying is in trouble. Some people are saying, everybody's just overreacting. But when was the last time we saw the Seattle Seahawks start off 0-2?
Mm.
And it's going more and more to that point of man, where is Cam Chancellor? Where is Cam Chancellor? I mean,
They need
they
to
they
pay
ha-
this man
they
his money.
yeah they have more issues than just Cam Chancellor, but it would help to have the issues with Cam Chancellor there to help your defense out.
Mhm.
Rather than just have him absent and then your defense is going through all these struggles. Rashad, we're gonna start off with you and what you think about the Giants losing to the Packers. Just how their defense
Giants.
looked out there. I mean, the Seahawks losing to the Packers. My fault. The Seahawks losing to the Packers, and just how they performed, and what it means for them with the Cam Chancellor holdout, with them starting 0-2.
We finally see, like I was looking at it in the summer. We finally see who's more important.
Mm-hmm.
Their center they got rid of, or the tight end they picked up in Jimmy Graham.
Mm-hmm.
We finally see who's more important to that team.
Yeah,
Because
it's a big deal.
it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Graham's only had I think one catch this last game. I think it was one. No, I think he had one reception. I think that's what it was. Like you can't pick up a franchise tight end. And that's what you want. You want him to block. He's not a block. He's a receiver.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get paid
Yeah.
receiver money because he knows he's a receiver, not a tight end.
Yeah.
So like for you to get rid of one of your best blockers, to help Marshawn Lynch get the ball going, to lose him, to bring in somebody who don't want to block, like that hurts. That hurts the offense. Now for the
Mhm.
defense, you have a lot of pressure on Richard Sherman now. You have a lot of pressure
Yeah.
on Earl Thomas now. You have a lot of pressure on the whole defense. Like you're missing the key
boom.
piece. Yeah, you're missing the
you're
boom and the
missing
Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
And they couldn't keep everybody, so everybody's leaving. The main people are staying, but a lot of the role players that actually benefit them are starting to leave now because you can't pay everybody. That's hurting them a whole lot.
Okay. Colin, what do you think about them starting off 0-2? Do you think it's a big deal? Do you think it's a little deal? Do you think like what Rashad just said? Do you think what do you think about the offense and how it's looking without Max Unger there to help the center they traded away. And what do you just give me your perspective on?
I mean, the offense is still doing well. I mean, Russell Wilson still can complete passes. Wilson to Wilson, that was looking amazing. But definitely that defense without Cam Chancellor, it looking like they was letting go so many catches that they could have like definitely stopped. Like Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers was, I saw one pass through the middle, like I knew that had to be intercepted, and Aaron Rodgers just the man threw a great pass. So they got to have that coverage downfield too. And when you don't have the boom,
Hmm.
that kind of messes up, how you're supposed to act when Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball and
Okay.
when wide receivers are getting all this kind of space and can have the time to catch the ball.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried would you be for the Seattle Seahawks, especially being in that tough division?
Mm.
How worried would you be? Or let me actually rephrase this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you think they need to get Cam Chancellor back on a scale of 1 to 10 from how their season has started so far?
8.9.
That's such an ugly number.
8.9.
I don't want to say 9
Honestly,
8.9.
because I mean, yeah, they need Cam Chancellor.
they
They
do
need him back.
see. I think Marshawn. I'm not gonna say Marshawn Lynch is like not playing to his full potential because he's in there. I mean,
He could
he
definitely
you
do
lost
better.
you lost Matt Unger.
I'm-
That run, all of Marshawn Lynch's runs are right through the middle, right through the 1 or 2 gap.
2.7 yards a carry.
Exactly.
Mm.
He's getting hit in the backfield.
That's this man.
He's
rushed
getting hit.
only 41 yards.
Like if you look at the stats on ESPN, like who the rushing leader of the game was, it says Russell Wilson. It says Russell Wilson. It says the quarterback. It don't even say.
That's funny.
It don't even say Marshawn Lynch because Marshawn Lynch he's not being productive anymore. They're calling the wrong plays for him. One, I'm still stuck on the last week game against
Oh my God.
against the Rams.
That's not.
How he ran from a shotgun or draw play. I'm stuck on. They're doing plays like that.
The Rams just made a great play.
They did, but they're doing plays like that
This
now.
guy.
You lose your center. You lose your
had to
star
give him-
center. You have no blocks. He can't get the ball going. It's all on Russell Wilson now. See, and I think the team will gonna play a lot harder when Cam Chancellor come back. I feel like he's more than just an on-field. I feel like he's a locker room presence also to
Yeah.
that team
He said when he comes back.
when he comes back. But see, that's the thing when he comes back.
Yeah, how long
If
they
he
gonna
comes
hold out
if he comes back.
on
It's
giving this man his
crazy.
money?
It's crazy.
So-
They see they struggling on defense,
Um,
but they don't want to pay this man his extra $900K.
yeah, like
Over 900,000. I mean, it's not small money.
I know,
yeah, it's
yeah, I
not
understand
that's a
that.
lot of
But,
money.
But come
for
on.
$1 billion, like these teams are worth so much money. And I know you have a salary cap, but over $900,000.
You're losing games. You're
For a
losing chance
premier
for a ring.
defensive player,
Like
The best safety in the league. Bro.
Mm.
He's probably the best safety. Go on.
if
go on.
if he's not
Just go.
if he's not back by week 5, if he's not here at week 5, Seattle Seahawks won't make the playoffs.
That's a
Wow.
bold.
They won't make the playoffs.
Who did they
because
play?
They're
the
not
next
gonna
3
they're
weeks?
not gonna win the division.
I don't know if I agree about not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
not
talking
gonna
about
win
the
they're
playoffs.
not gonna win the
There are at least
division.
2 wild card teams out of that division.
Well, yeah, you're right, because the NFC is like a scrubbish now.
It's-
But
it's not scrubbish.
the NFC is like a scrubbish. Like
No, it's not. How?
the NFC, it's not the AFC is looking a lot better right now than the
Whoa.
NFC. But see,
wait,
they're not gonna
like,
win. They're not gonna
you-
win their division.
How is the NFC? Name the top 10 teams in the NFC, and how are they scrubbish?
The top 10 teams. Right off
The
it.
Seahawks?
No. This right now. That's right now. That's right now. That's right now. That's right now.
No, just as a team.
In
I mean,
general.
just as a team.
Oh, it's a team.
As
No,
as a team,
they're
it's-
0-2.
Yeah, they're.
When I say this,
But
I
in
don't mean they're a
general-
bad team.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't mean
You're saying the NFC is scrubbish. Any given day, you're playing top talent in the NFL.
which
in
is
the
why they
NFC.
can't make it. Which is why if they're
But they're one of the
they
top
won't
talent
they
teams.
won't. I don't think they'll win. Who they're playing next week. I don't even think they'll win this coming up week.
I'm not
I
sure.
think they have a tough matchup. I think if I'm almost sure the Seahawks matchup is not promising.
But
I think it's a division game.
Is it? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Oh, they play against the Bears.
Oh, never mind. They got a W.
They got
1 and 2. They start off 1
The
and 2.
Bears and the Lions.
But think about it.
2 and 2.
The
Starting off
top-
2 and 2.
The top 10 teams in the NFC: the Seahawks,
Uh-huh.
the Cardinals,
Uh-huh.
the
Falcons.
Packers.
Uh-huh. What did he say?
The Falcons.
Did he say the Falcons? Boy. No, you're all. Don't ever put the Falcons up there as a top team.
What were you
Do you
thinking?
know what they finished last year?
Like, what are you? What was your mindset behind?
I'm just
that
talking
statement?
about from how they playing now. They looking pretty alright.
Pretty high.
Pretty alright. These first two games.
All right, continue, Brendan. Continue.
go ahead.
Continue.
I said Cardinals, Packers.
Out of
Seahawks.
16 teams,
Huh?
go.
The Cowboys when they're healthy. Gosh dang, the Cowboys. The Eagles. What?
So Seahawks are in trouble. The Seahawks are in trouble this year. The Seahawks are in trouble this year. The Panthers.
What?
He said the Panthers. He done said the Eagles.
As a team, they're a great team.
Oh no,
At
they're
least
not.
their defense is. And they were looking at the fact that they didn't take away all of Cam Newton's weapons. They'd be a pretty good team. Their division did terrible last year, but they won a playoff game, didn't they? They did.
They won a playoff game.
They won a playoff game last year, right?
But
Out of that sucky. Yeah, they did. They beat the Cardinals.
a hurt Cardinals. No Carson Palmer. A great
they beat the
Carson,
Cardinals.
the great man
It's still
Palmer.
the same defense. It's still the same. I mean, it's a big deal. Carson Palmer's there, but they still
Carson
beat
Palmer
him. They
is
still
great.
beat him.
Carson
Hey,
Palmer.
Carson Palmer.
He might be leading the league
Yeah.
in passing yards this season.
and-
He
and-
is going
But we're
ham,
like the Cardinals. I mean, the what's it called? The Panthers have to deal with their injuries too.
but it's not the same.
What do you mean not the same?
They had Cam
The
Newton.
captain of your
They
defense
had
is
Cam
out.
Newton.
So what? The captain of your defense.
The
is
captain of
out.
your offense is out.
So it's
Him and Fitz.
I think you're.
Fitz was there. Fitz was had a did he have lingering injury?
Who? Ryan? Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald.
I don't care about Larry Fitzgerald.
Don't disrespect greatness.
Oh, the disrespect.
I'm in the same division as him. I don't care about them. I can
I don't care about
No,
Larry
I
Fitzgerald.
don't
Come
care
on,
less about.
bro.
Actually, you know what? I hope Cam Chancellor stays out. I hope they keep holding him out. You
So
know
the
what?
Rams make
Because
playoffs?
it's better for the Rams.
So the Rams have a chance to make the playoffs?
Yes, I hope that
Yo,
Cam Chancellor does not get his money. You know what, Cam? You don't deserve it no more.
Bro,
The Seahawks, I'm with you. If
Cam.
Rams play-
The
Last
Cowboys
week,
want you, Cam.
The Rams last week we played the Redskins.
The Cowboys
What
want
was
you,
the
Cam.
score?
Come to us.
It was 14 to like 21.
Something like that.
It's like 10 to 21. 10 to 21, I think. Yeah, we lost. But you know what? So you really don't think they will make the playoffs if week 5 Cam Chancellor?
If week 5 Cam Chancellor, I just don't see them making
Week
the
5,
playoffs.
they're gonna be already be 2-2 by week 5. According to you,
according to me, yeah. But you never know. Jay Cutler has those games where he just get up out of nowhere.
and then they play the Bengals,
greatness.
Panthers, 49ers, Cowboys, and
Their schedule is easy.
Who?
The Seahawks. Other than
they play the
their
Cowboys.
division games, no, you don't disrespect. Don't disrespect.
what week is that gonna be? That's
We
like
got
week.
T.O. coming back possibly. Don't disrespect.
Hey, speaking of the Cowboys, Tony Romo, broken left cap, whatever,
Fractured.
Oh,
Did they say fractured?
fractured,
It's
broken,
fractured.
whatever.
Same thing.
Hey,
But didn't that happen last
He's
year,
out.
week 7?
he's out. Who cares? Damn, he's out.
Who cares?
He's out. 8 weeks.
Who cares?
8 weeks.
Mm.
Cowboys right
Sounds
now
like a
sit at
long
2-0. So that means at 8 weeks, he wouldn't be back till week 10 or week 11. So where do y'all see the Cowboys without Des Bryant, without Tony Romo, Orlando Scandrick, one of the best cornerbacks,
Mm.
without them? Oh gosh, Dallas.
They're definitely getting 2 losses in the next 3 weeks.
Well, I was gonna start it with Rashad, but yeah, you go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they're gonna
Say-
get 2
say your
losses
premise.
in the next 3 weeks. I mean, they play the Falcons, Saints, and the Patriots. I can see 2 losses coming out of that 3. Before y'all
I'm just
bye
gonna
week.
pass that mic. Go ahead. Refute.
Can you stop with this Falcons nonsense?
I wasn't even talking about the Falcons. I just said 2 out of 3. Could have been the Saints.
No, you talking about the Falcons.
Nah.
You over
be
there?
the
Nah,
Saints.
nah.
Could be the
You over there?
Saints.
You over there talking about the
I don't
Falcons?
know.
Yo,
Could be the
stop
Saints, you never know.
with this Falcons.
But it's definitely gonna be the Patriots though. That's a definite loss. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll see in what. This is 3 weeks from now.
But y'all playing?
We got a
but
bye
who-
week. We got a bye week coming up in
Week 6.
Week 6 after the Patriots.
Yeah. So by week 6, y'all gonna be at least 2-2.
No, see, because against the Patriots, we'll have Greg Hardy back. We'll have Randy Gregory back. Tom Brady gonna be standing there with a clean jersey. Not against this
But
French coming.
he's done it.
Right.
He did it even against the Bills.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was chilling against the Bills.
That's the Bills.
They-
That's the Bills.
That's a
Rashad,
divisional game
that's the
too.
Bills.
Come on, man.
We got
Their defense is better than y'all. Come
Their
on,
def-
man. Come
their
on.
defense
We don't
is
have
secondary.
Bills.
Their
What-
defense is
No,
secondary.
their line is real too. Mario
Exactly.
Williams, them big boys. Oh, they be coming after people. Come on,
Wait,
man.
so you're
Come
saying,
on,
so you're
come
saying,
on,
so you're
come
saying
on,
Greg
let's
Hardy
do
is
this.
a top line D lineman?
He is, but I'm just saying, even against the Bills, all around defense, he was clean. The boy got the ball out fast. You're trying to tell me you bring in one guy, and now all of a
Two
sudden
guys.
Tom Brady's about to get 30?
Two guys with Marcus Lawrence on the
Bruh,
other side.
Come on,
Tom
man.
Brady's gonna
So
be
three
chilling.
guys,
Come on,
three premier
man.
linemen. Well, I'm not gonna say Randy
gets
Gregory
the ball out
And
premier.
y'all don't have Scandrick either. Y'all
He
gonna
plays
have
on.
Fab?
His own. He gets the ball out too fast. You ain't got to play some man.
But
Orlando Scandrick is a great man corner.
That's what I'm saying. He gets the ball out too fast. So what do you mean
Exactly.
y'all
How
gonna
you gonna
get
stop
y'all
it?
gonna get him on the ground and stuff like that? I mean, he gets
Because
the
there's
ball
times
out
he
so-
holds the ball. There's times he
There are times when he holds the ball against
And
a
that's
great
what we're gonna
defense.
Yeah. That's messed up.
calm down. Calm
Yo, he
down.
just came at your life.
I'm just saying.
Calm down.
Cowboys don't got a great defense. Last
But
year,
we have a great line to give Brandon Whedon some time now.
last,
Yes, any quarterback can throw in this system now. Any quarterback can throw in this system.
Ain't this the same thing y'all said about your run game?
Can run. Actually,
Any running back can run behind our offensive line?
Julius Randle's doing all right. Why do I keep saying Joseph Randle's doing all right? Why do I keep saying Julius? You're stuck in my head. Joseph Randle's doing all right. Now the other two, Lance Dunbar's doing great out the backfield, passing it. Darren McFadden. No.
Y'all,
Darren McFadden.
at this point in time, last year the Cowboys had the leading rusher in the league. I don't even know where Joseph Randle
Hey,
or
actually,
Darren McFadden is
speaking
or
of
Lance
that,
Dunbar
speaking
right
of
now.
the leading rusher in the league last year, you see what
Marcus
happens. You see it is the line. So Joseph Randle's doing all right. You see
Whoa,
what
whoa,
we
whoa,
did
whoa.
against
It's not
No, no,
all
no,
the
no,
line. The
no,
running
no,
back
no,
plays
no,
a part in it
yeah,
too. It's the
definitely
same
running back.
line,
What
but your
about-
running
what about
back
the
ain't in the
Eagles?
top.
DeMarco Murray.
And
Yeah,
then behind
but that's a whole
Murray.
different offensive system.
Yeah.
The Eagles throw the ball more than they run the ball.
He ran the ball crazy.
No, they don't.
No,
What?
DeMarco Murray.
No, the Eagles run to Marco Murray like crazy.
Not like
No.
we ran him. Not like we ran him.
Exactly. Y'all ran that man into the ground. Y'all ran him.
Cause
Like,
he was
y'all
getting
would be
yards
like
every game.
3rd and 20. We're running it. Like it's that kind of offense. Y'all would do
You're
stuff
not
like
supposed to
that.
crazy.
Y'all would do
Anyway,
stuff like
You're
that.
not supposed to throw on 3rd and 20. You run a draw play and you punt it. You don't go deep. I say no.
You don't run it on 3rd and 20. I mean, you run it on 3rd and 20.
Throw the ball on 3rd and 20. Not many.
I
They
see a
take the
lot of
punt.
teams.
They take
Oh
the
yes,
punt.
of course.
They take a punt on 3rd and
They-
20.
No, they what's the name? They get about 5 yards, give them more cushion on the field, and punt the
Rashad.
ball.
What?
No
Rashad.
team airs it out.
But you're
30
trying to
yards
go
in
for
the
that
air.
first
No
down,
team,
though.
no team airs out 30 yards, but they at least go for 10 or 15 yards
Yeah.
and hope for yards after the catch.
They don't. Nobody
That's
does
what most teams do.
Most teams throw it short, about a 5 yard.
Yeah, keyword
third
throw.
and 20.
Your keyword was throw in
third
there
and 20.
and not run it. They don't run.
A lot of teams
No,
third and
unless they're in
20.
the back of their own end zone, they do not run that ball. No, they don't.
3rd and 20.
On
There's no
third
play.
and-
There's
bruh,
no play
third
in
and
your playbook
20?
to pick up 20 yards. Yes.
No, I'm saying that's what I
That's
just
a
said.
pick up 20 yards.
I just said most times they took
No.
10 yards and
I
or
know
they go
running.
15 yards
I
and
say
then they
about 5.
get yards
I'm
on the
not giving
catch.
10 yards. I say 5. 10 yards is a big throw play.
10 yards
That's
is
a medium yard play.
bruh. Come on. That's if Julian Edelman or Gronkowski gets
Catches
the
at
ball,
5 and make a play.
catches that. Gronkowski catches that.
Gronkowski
catches that.
Julian
Gronkowski's gonna catch
Julian
that.
Edelman.
5 to 7.
Julian Edelman's crafty now.
5 to
He'll
7.
get his
5 to
10.
7.
He'll get his
But
10.
Gronk will
He
catch
normally is in that 5. But if you need 20 yards to pick up, all the plays are probably going to be for 10-yard gains, and they're going to try and play yards after the catch. That's what they do.
And they don't get it, and they punt.
No,
That's
all
why
the time.
some teams just running.
I mean, the fact that you're in a 3rd and 20, you're more likely going to punt because
Yeah.
you're
Exactly.
most
That's
likely
why
you have to
most
gain
teams
20
just
yards, but
run
most
it.
teams don't just run the ball. You have to
Because-
try
No,
and get the
no,
first
no,
Chances
down.
no.
of throwing interceptions are there. They give them better field
But
position.
they're not gonna run the ball because they know that
A lot of
the
teams,
run
plenty
can
of
get
teams run the
stopped.
ball on like 3rd and 20. If you get 2 flags in his
Right,
3rd and 20, a lot of
20.
teams run the ball just to run the ball and punt the ball.
But you must
'Cause they
have
know-
mad faith in your running back.
It's
You
not
trying
to
to
get the
run
first
him
down.
third
It's to
and
get
20.
more yards for your playing.
But that's only if you're in the back of your own
Yeah.
end zone
It's
when you
any-
need space.
Now,
You
understand,
need
I understand if
space.
you're like at the 40 going up to your side of the 40 going to they're about to go like cross half field, 50-yard line.
Mhm.
Then you try to get the first down. But if you're still on your side of the field, you're just gonna
No,
you're just
people
gonna
most times they only run the ball if they're at their own 10 and below.
No.
That's the only time they run the ball so they can create more space. But if they're at least their own 20 or 30, they
don't
always
try to
they
aim
try to
for
go
it.
for
They're
the
gonna
first down.
pass that
They
ball.
always
They're
try to
gonna
go for
pass
first
that
down, or they try to at least
They
get
don't try
10
to-
yards.
10 yards.
They try. No, I'm telling you, they throw it
To get
10,
more
they throw it
cushion
10 yards
for-
and then. But I said throw. I'm not debating whether it's
They're just
15
gonna
yards they
pass
throw,
it.
5 yards they throw, 10 yards they throw. I'm just saying they pass the ball on
Not
3rd
every
and
team
20.
pass the ball.
The Cowboys are that team that we're going to run it on 3rd and
We're
20.
not the only team that does it.
Y'all not the only team, but I'm saying most teams, most
Most
times,
teams
are gonna
most
pass the
times,
ball.
even the Vikings with Adrian Peterson will throw
Because
with
the
Teddy
offensive
Bridgewater.
coordinator doesn't know what he's doing there.
Oh my god!
well,
Oh my
wow.
god! So you're
With
telling me, and Maddie,
AP.
you're gonna run a draw on 3rd and 20 instead of
No,
throwing the
see,
ball?
that's on Madden 16, it can happen now. Julie Edelman catch jump balls now. So you throw it deep. You throw it deep. Throw it deep. Actually, no, honestly though, I run me personally. When I play Madden, I run the draw
On 3rd and
because
20.
they play deep. I run the draw.
On 3rd and 20.
Yeah, because I know most times I don't have a play in my playbook when I play Madden to get a 20-yard gain unless I'm just trying to.
No, you have a
Hope-
play
hope
that gets
something
you.
is happening,
You
so
get a play that
you're gonna
gets you
get you at
10
least 10
to
to
15,
15, yeah.
and then you hope for yards after the catch. That is what you hope for.
Yards after catch is hard to come by on Madden.
What do you mean?
Unless
I'm
you
talking
get-
about real,
Madden.
I'm just talking about the
Never
play
go back to
call.
real
I'm
life.
talking about the play call. I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about Madden.
You
This
said-
man.
No, I'm saying
You
what would
can't
you
say
call?
Madden.
He was
I'm saying what would
referencing
you
Madden.
call?
And they come
No,
in
no,
like
no. I'm
that.
saying what would
referencing
you
Madden
call
for the
in
beginning.
Madden? I'm not talking about yards after catch in Madden. I just said what would you call if you were in the situation in Madden? That's all I was saying. I'm not saying
Figure it
yards
out.
after catch in Madden.
But most plays, but you know you can't come at me like that. Like that's what you said. But anyway, you're not gonna get 3rd and 20s aren't realistically first down pickups. Team struggle with 3rd and 2.
But y'all, that team, even on 3rd and 10, you're
Y'all
like,
gonna
I'm gonna
run it.
run the ball. Y'all were that team. We're gonna run the ball even on 3rd and 10.
No,
Yes.
no.
I saw plenty of co- Yes.
No.
Yes,
Last
with DeMarco Murray.
with DeMarco
Y'all
Murray.
would do it
We
plenty
never
of
ran-
times.
we
Yes,
never run-
yes,
Nope.
yes,
Nope.
yes. Y'all did it plenty of times. Y'all be like, oh,
He's not.
3rd
He's
and
not
10?
a. No, he's not a.
They
big
just brought up the
game
dime package.
No, then you run.
Okay, we're
Then
running
run
it.
it. Oh,
We're
yeah.
running it.
Okay.
I guess a dime package, yes.
No, you gotta go get the 10 yards.
Nickel and below, you pass it. They won't put a dime. You got DeMarco Murray back there with this offensive line. You run it.
My case in point is the fact the running back matters. The running back who you have as a running back matters, and y'all didn't pay him, so he went to the Eagles. He doesn't have an offensive line at the Eagles, and he's also in a different offensive scheme than y'all. Y'all might have a different blocking scheme than the Eagles. So the Eagles' offensive line, their offensive schemes result in a lot of pulling and a lot of zone blocks. Y'all offensive scheme is just kind of we're bigger than y'all. So like that's what y'all offensive scheme is. So the fact that y'all have the same scheme, but you exchange running backs and you can't run the ball as effectively as you did last year. I mean, that's something.
But you can't. A lot of teams can't run the ball as effectively as they ran the year before.
But
When
no,
have you
that's-
seen?
that's not
When
my-
have you seen a running back have?
That's not my
consecutive
point.
breaks?
You just said, oh, Brandon Whedon is going to succeed because he's in the same scheme. He has that offensive line blocking for him. And I just used an example of how the offensive line did not work exactly how you thought it was going to work the same way it did last year, or it worked previously for Tony Romo. It depends on the player you put behind the offensive line. You
So
can throw
Brandon Whedon is not
if you
Tony
throw
Romo.
if Tom Brady looks like Tom Brady's offensive line looks better than it is because he gets the ball out so quick. Go put Johnny Manziel back there. See what
That's
happens.
just bad quarterback.
See what happens.
Brandon Whedon more
It depends on the quarterback.
than-
That's what I'm
than
saying.
Johnny
No,
Manziel.
but Brandon Whedon is no Tony Romo.
He's
He's not Tony
He's
Romo.
not Tony Romo.
It depends on who you put back
That's
there
why
and
it
you're
hurts
giving
that
the
we
time
lose him.
for it. Huh?
That's why it hurts that we lose Tony Romo. He's no Tony Romo, but he can make plays.
But I'm saying, so what's the dip off that you see happening after losing these
We're
two
definitely
guys?
not gonna win as many games as we was gonna win.
Do you think you're gonna make the playoffs?
Yes, because our division is very weak.
8 weeks.
Our division. Is
What do
very
you
weak.
think?
With Tony
Our division
Romo
is
gone.
very
This
weak.
man's eating
The
bacon.
Eagles.
Yeah,
the
man, I
Eagles
gotta
is
eat my. I
weak.
gotta get my.
The
whatchamacallit,
Redskins are
protein.
weak. The Giants are weak. Everybody's weak in our
Yeah,
division.
that's true.
We have right now. We're looking like the Western name. We're looking like the Panthers division from last year. Except we're going to win more than 7 games.
Let's check your schedule real quick.
Our schedule.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull it up.
After the bye week, y'all play Giants, Seahawks, Eagles, Bucks, Dolphins, Panthers, Redskins.
It's not looking too bad. That's not looking bad at all.
Giants, Seahawks,
Now,
maybe Panthers, Redskins, and y'all play the Packers after that. That's not a win.
I would say y'all probably beat the Saints.
Yeah.
If y'all can beat the Saints. I'm not saying you definitely will, but of these games of the first of these 8 games, I say the Saints, the Buccaneers,
The Dolphins.
we can beat
yeah,
any of our division. Because think about it.
No. From the
we
point,
lost to a third-string quarterback
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah.
year against the Redskins. So any
No,
division
from the
game
points
is
from
up
the
for grabs
Falcons.
for
There's a bye week
anybody.
right here.
Yeah, no,
Any,
right here
any
after
division
Patriots.
games is up for grabs.
I know this is where the 8 weeks end. So this is the bye week right here. So I say you guys, because this
4, 5,
you gotta count
6,
the
7.
five.
Okay, yeah, that's 8.
So I say you guys without Tez Bryant, without Tony Romo, can beat
the Saints,
the
and
Bucks. You can divisional games can go either way. So you have 2
and
divisional
y'all at
games.
home against
So I don't-
the Eagles.
I don't know. Well, if they're at home, I'm giving it to the Eagles. The Giants.
That was last year, man. You can't go off last year.
The Giants.
You said that.
Hold on.
You said
I'm
that
so
last
mad.
week.
The
You
Giants.
said that
I
last
picked y'all to
week.
win this
No,
week.
not against the Eagles. I'm talking about. Remember, I was bringing up last year. Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
You can't go off last year.
Wait.
You
I
can't
said
go off
last
how
year
bad we
plays.
were at home
I said last
year.
year plays a part in how you predict this year. I said the Jaguars had nothing going
We
for
beat
them
the Giants at
this
home.
year. Y'all be who?
Giants never
Giants at home.
Who?
Us, we did.
Yup. The Giants gave y'all that game. Let's not
We
play
beat the
now.
Giants.
Let's not play now.
The
The
Giants.
Giants gave y'all that
We're
game.
1-0.
You know what?
my
Speaking
God.
of, thank you, Rashad. Perfect segue. Speaking
you.
of the Giants and their recent collapses, I just don't know what to think of this team anymore. You know, they lost to the Cowboys, gave the game away. They lost to the Falcons, had a lead, and just turned the ball over at the most inopportune time.
That was crazy. Like, how you
Yeah.
fumble at the 11-yard line on the Atlanta Falcons 11-yard line?
I was looking, I was like, Eli Manning, come on, bro. 2-time champion. Like,
The man's got to stop. I don't know. He
That's
must
all
be
he is.
stressing or something.
He's nothing else.
you said he's what?
That's all he is a two-time champion. He ain't a good quarterback.
He's more than what Tony Romo is. He's more than what Tony
He's not a
Romo
good
is.
quarterback than Romo. He's a champion.
What makes Tony Romo
he's
a
a
better
better-
quarterback
he's a better winner.
than Eli Manning? Eli Manning's
Eli Manning's
proven.
not a
Eli
better
Manning's
winner.
proven to
Eli
be a better
Manning can
winner.
Yeah,
He's proven he's a
that's
better.
all he
Isn't
is.
that what it's
He's
about?
not a better quarterback. No, he can't win no more. He won't win no more.
But he
Super
has 2
Bowls.
rings.
That's
But
his last
that's
Super
more
Bowl.
than Tony
That's
Romo
his
can
last
say.
Super Bowl. Tony Romo still got some years.
But what?
Tony Romo still got
But that's
Tony Romo still got years.
Oh my god.
Rashad.
Eli Manning's not a good quarterback.
But
Get him out
if
of there.
Tony Romo has 2 playoff victories in the past 10 years, what
Eli
what
Manning.
about him makes him more?
That's all.
I'm just
That's-
saying it
that's-
goes into
that's the-
Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings. He's a champion. He's a proven champion twice against the 2007
Off
Patriots.
luck plays
Yeah, the
both-
Patriots.
both times.
Off a luck plays.
Off a luck-
It
both
takes a
times.
whole 48 minutes to win a game,
Yeah.
Rashad.
And they didn't do it the whole game. They did it off the luck plays.
Hold on. How you gonna say the
Actually-
Super Bowl
actually,
victory
the
is
mar-
based on
The
luck?
first one was luck. That was luck. Come on.
But you have to
Come
be
on
in the
now.
game for that play to happen.
But they
you
played
can't
the
just point to
Patriots, too.
one play and
He
say
said
it won
he
because of
broke
that
a
play.
tackle, closed his eyes, and said, he called it. Let's go. We win. That's happened the first time.
That's
second time.
That's the
Now,
Patriots' fault for not being able to
second time-
tackle a
the
quarterback.
The second time, that was a great play by Eli Manning. It was
So,
Martin
the
so-
first,
so-
the first
okay.
play, him escaping all those defensive linemen and linebackers
That's just-
against the
That's-
Patriots.
That's poor tackling. That's poor tackling. You learn that. That's poor tackling and luck play.
So Teddy Bruschi and all them, you're blaming them more than you give credit to Eli Manning.
For that play?
Yes.
Yes.
I,
Let me just have a conversation over the
That was a-
defense.
that was a spectacular play. The cornerback was in perfect coverage. This man caught it on his helmet. That's a great throw by Eli to escape the
He
rush.
closed his eyes and threw it.
He didn't. Obviously, he didn't close his eyes with
He
shot.
closed his
You're
eyes
exaggerating a little
and
bit.
threw
here.
it.
You're exaggerating.
And he just happened to catch it on his helmet. Luck. And
That's
where
not luck.
was he at after that season?
That's definitely
gone.
a great
Carla,
pass.
predict what you see for the Giants in the future. Just well, after these 2 losses, the 2 giveaways, I just can't. do
Giants
it.
will finish last in our division.
I don't know about all that.
I'm giving the Redskins third place.
Go, Khaled, give me your.
He's nasty. You gonna give him third place. Eagles, Cowboys, Saints, Bucks, Patriots, Giants.
Lost.
I'm gonna say they're gonna do better than.
I don't
the
want to look over
Redskins.
there. Like I don't even want to. I'm not.
You don't want to
See
acknowledge
right
him.
here.
He
I'm
doesn't-
not-
Go ahead looking for it.
He doesn't
That's why I'm
see-
looking out the window.
See this greatness.
Giants.
Foolishness.
Greatness.
I can see them being second or third in the division.
That was 16.
No, not 0 and
They're bad.
16.
They're bad.
0-16.
That's just disrespectful.
That is
I
disrespectful.
feel like this is
that
hating.
That is
Hey,
hating.
You just
hating on
You
Sean
did
Payton.
hate.
you just
That's
hating
No, hating on Sean.
because they actually have a championship
Mhm.
quarterback in the last
And
few
y'all lost
years,
Romeo.
and y'all don't have one, and you've had the talent to have a championship team, but it ain't
Every
happened.
team has the talent to make a championship team.
You said not
No,
every
no.
team. Not every team.
Jaguars?
Every team,
No.
yes.
Jaguars.
So the Jaguars had the talent.
Any team can make the playoffs and win a championship.
Rashad.
The
Do the Jaguars have the
Jaguar.
talent to beat the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl?
No,
Yeah,
no.
anybody can win a game.
No. Oh my god.
Anybody can win a game.
The New England Patriots. Tom
So
Brady.
You would pick the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat.
Would I pick them?
Yes.
Of course not.
but you think
But
they
you
have
have
the
the talent.
talent to make it to the Super Bowl.
Any team,
So why don't you pick them to make the playoffs?
huh?
Why don't you pick the
Because
Jaguars?
there's better teams that have a better chance of making it. Every team has a chance of making it, but there's teams that have better chances.
Because
of
that
making
team is
it.
NFL talent. That's exactly my
They're
point.
all NFL talent.
No, I mean they're Super Bowl talented. That's why better chances means you have more talent to make it. That's what your better
Not
chances are. You're just not elaborating on what it means. Your better talent that you're talking about, or better chances, is the more better talent. They have better players,
They have a
better quarterback,
program.
better deep. I smack
No,
You
not-
gotta stop.
They have a
with
better-
that.
they have
You
a-
gotta stop
when I
with
say
this better
pro- I don't
program
mean
thing.
I don't mean like a scheme, like a better like system. System and program are different. Program is the whole. System is what Tom Brady does with Bill Belichick. Short dumps everywhere. That's system. Program is the overall
That's
team.
efficiency.
That's why it's.
But it takes a quarterback of actual knowledge that knows the
Matt
game
Castle did
to
it.
be able.
Matt Castle did it.
Wait.
Matt Castle won 10
Matt
games.
Castle also didn't make the
Matt
playoffs
Castle-
that
Matt
year.
Castle won 10 games doing it.
He did
So-
win 10 games, but he also didn't make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
And they also had a
Doesn't
great
matter.
defense to help him
Doesn't
out.
matter. He did it. It's a system.
But I'm
Matt
s-
Flynn did it with in what's the name? In Green
What?
Bay.
You talking about one game where he came in and
Broke
showed out
records.
against the Seahawks?
Broke records.
One game.
Broke records. Wow. System.
Wow.
Programming system. is
So
different.
you're
How's
gonna-
that
you're gonna
system
get
with
the
one game?
Yeah, you're gonna give the system more credit than you're giving Tom Brady. So you're gonna say Tom Brady is more greatness is more produced off of the system than his actual greatness.
I would like to see. I would like to see what he do what Peyton Manning did. Go somewhere else and perform as well.
But Peyton Manning also had Tony Dungy as a coach also, and he's a great coach.
I'm talking about in Denver now. How he moved to Denver.
He
You
did,
wanna
with it,
see-
but I'm saying you become that player with a certain coach that
Oh,
helps
yeah.
make you into that. So you can't say, oh, it's because Tom Brady's played with Bill Belichick his whole career that lessens his greatness.
No, that's because that's saying you.
But they
lessening
both
Jordan's
made
greatness
each
with Phil
other
Jackson or
great.
something like that. Kobe's greatness with Phil Jackson.
Exactly.
No,
So
I never
but-
once said it lessening his greatness. I just said I would like to see him do what Peyton Manning did and see if he's as great as he is now.
With what, another
But I
coach?
mean,
Because think about it, Peyton Manning.
But I'm
See,
saying
that's something different because Peyton Manning wasn't. I don't think he was as great as he was in Indianapolis all those years.
Are you serious? On his first few years of the Broncos, he was amazing.
He was.
He had the
He had
best-
the Shaquille O'Neal syndrome when Shaquille left. What's his name? When he left the Lakers and he went
Really?
ham. And he went ham. Oh, what's his name? Miami. That's what Peyton Manning did. And now you see, I mean, he's getting older, but his decline is coming. I'm just saying.
No, okay.
I'm just
but-
saying.
All right, but
I'm just saying. You're trying to give Eli Manning too much credit.
I'm not trying to give Eli too
that
much
man won
credit.
2
He-
Super Bowls.
Eli,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
He had a good defense.
He averages a lot of picks. He averages. He does throw a lot. He throws the most picks in
It's
the
'cause
league.
he's clumsy.
Andrew Luck does the most picks.
Eli Manning is still the most picks. He's been the league leader in picks for like.
You sure?
Yeah, he's been
But a
the
lot of
league
those interceptions was his fault.
More than Jay
leader.
Cutler?
We're his fault. That's what
Andrew Luck's interceptions.
More than Jay Cutler?
not all Andrew Luck in says Andrew Luck hasn't had the most talented wide receiving core as we. I mean, he's had T.Y. Hilton, Reggie Wayne, a not healthy
Reggie
Reggie
Wayne.
Wayne, a not healthy
Who was
Reggie
a
Wayne.
good wide receiver core for the Giants?
He had Victor Cruz. He had
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Victor
Victor
Cruz.
Cruz.
Who else?
he had I forgot their tight end's name.
You forgot his name. That's how. that's
No,
how
but
he
he's
is.
legit though. He's legit.
Mhm.
Their tight end's pretty good.
They're not significant.
And I mean, he has Odell Beckham Jr.
This is
Now.
This is for the
Yeah,
past
now,
two
yeah,
seasons.
Yeah,
yeah.
second season.
When he had the Super Bowl, he had a decent Hakeem Nicks.
But see that
A
yeah,
decent
but
he had a
see
Mario
next,
Manningham.
but wait, are we talking about Eli Manning this year or like?
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about basically just in general, like his receiving scores he had.
But that even
this
gives him more credit
Mm-hmm.
because he had less of
he had
a
a
that
great
high
defense.
without
his defense was all right. Their defensive front seven was great.
Was great.
That defensive front seven was
That
great,
gave
but their
Tom
secondary
Brady
was
problems
not.
the whole game.
They did get Tom Brady the problems. That's how you beat the Patriots. You make
Exactly.
Tom Brady have to tap dance. But but that's what I'm saying. That's why Eli Manning, you can't just be like,
you can't
Eli
discredit him
Manning.
because
because
he threw his out
because he's
threw
throwing
his
intercept or he had a lucky play in the Super Bowl. You had to get them there somehow.
He
You had
still-
to beat other teams to get there. You had to put points on the board, and he did that
Yeah, he still performs
against
as an
the
elite
best of the
quarterback.
NFC.
Games were close.
So
It
what?
doesn't matter.
All
He
of
still
them.
won.
All of them could win anyway.
But you had it go your way because you were better at leading your team to go and score.
Defense.
What?
And the defense also set the. But you had to put
Michael
points on the
Strahan.
If
board.
it's not for the defense, they
Michael
wouldn't have those
Strahan.
offensive chances, and then the offense being able to overcome that defense.
If they have consistent 3-and-outs, the defense goes out there and gets tired.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
starts getting balled on.
if you're a playoff team, you're not having consistent 3 and outs. Defense wins championships though.
Defense does win championships. Offenses win games.
Mm-hmm.
Not championship game. Michael Strahan.
A championship game is a game. The last part I
You
heard
can't-
on that was
so
game.
you can't say so. That's basically saying you're taking away from the championships.
I'm not taking away from the championship. I'm just saying you can't take away from Eli Manning's greatness just because he throws picks and
Goodness.
What?
Goodness. Not
Bro,
greatness.
this man's a
Greatness.
Super Bowl champion.
Goodness.
I'm not gonna say just
We're
because
not- we're
I'm not
not-
gonna say
he's
just
not
because he's a
great.
Super Bowl champion, he's great. But you have to
He's a
kind of
great
get your team
quarterback,
there.
that's
And it's
why.
not like he rode the coattails of his defense. He actually did lead his team
Mhm.
there.
He did it. He was alright.
Oh my God.
He was
You know
alright.
what? We might have to address this on Thursday because I can't. We don't have enough time for that. We don't have enough time for
He
that.
was alright.
Well,
I
y'all,
just hear
not
hate.
great.
I just
yeah,
hear
I'm hearing
hate.
a lot. I'm hearing a lot of.
It's not hate. It's not hate.
I'm hearing a lot of NFC
I'm
hate.
saying
That's
it's
what
not
it is.
NFC hate. You're
NFC
saying
East
you
hate.
say he's better than Romo.
I'm just saying
That's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
say Romo's better than him.
You're
and
right.
I'm
You
just
can't
saying
say
you
Eli
can't
Manning's
say.
better than Romo.
I'm saying for Eli Manning's case, he has 2 rings. Romo
Yeah.
doesn't, and Romo's had more talent. So
Definitely
That
shown
didn't
he
stop
is
people
better
when they
than
try to use the
Romo.
LeBron argument.
you said that didn't stop what?
That didn't stop people who always try to use the LeBron argument against us.
Hey. Anyways,
I'm just saying. It never stopped people from us when we say Kobe has 5 rings. They be like, so that's how I feel like right now.
we can talk about all this at a
Okay.
later time. But anyway, y'all, we're signing off. Thanks for tuning in. Check us on this upcoming Thursday at 10 a.m. where we air Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10. Follow the Twitter page at KBR_sports. And for past shows or past segments that you missed, you can go on the
Catch 'em
KBR
on
Sports
YouTube.
channel and you'll be on there on YouTube, or you can go on the WODU Live YouTube channel and catch them on there too.
We
All right.
out.
Y'all have a great day.